All right. So there's this horrifying story of this car that drove into a crowd in California. And I have this article for you guys from CNN. And the headline reads: After plowing his car into a crowd outside an LA nightclub, the driver was beaten and shot by bystanders, police say. Here we got a picture of the car, and the caption reads: a vehicle sits on the sidewalk after ramming into a crowd of people waiting to enter a nightclub along a busy boulevard in LA early Saturday, injuring several people. Jeez. A lively nightclub, sorry, a lively night outside a bustling East Hollywood nightclub took a dangerous turn early Saturday when a car barreled through a crowded sidewalk, injuring at least 36 people, authorities say. The crash occurred outside the Vermont Hollywood, where 29-year-old Fernando Ramirez had reportedly been kicked out for being disruptive before police say he intentionally drove his car into the crowd. The suspect was dragged out of his car by bystanders and beaten. One person pulled out a gun and shot him in the lower back, police said. Video footage, video footage after the crash showed blood on the street and injured patrons sprawled on the pavement as first responders provided aid, with some victims carried away on stretchers. 7 of the injured were in critical condition, officials said Saturday. The crowd had gathered outside for valet services, food stands, and entry to the nightclub. A taco stand and valet podium were among the structures hit, but the venue itself sustained no structural damage, officials said. Ramirez, who remains hospitalized, was arrested on suspicion of assault with a deadly weapon, but a motive has not yet been identified. A Los Angeles Police Department spokesperson told CNN. Here's what we know so far as investigators piece together what happened that night. How the incident unfolded. The crash occurred around 2 a.m. local time as patrons were leaving the Vermont Hollywood, located just west of the famed Sunset Junction in the Silver Lake District. A driver veered onto the sidewalk and struck multiple individuals, the venue said in a statement. The club was hosting a reggae hip hop event from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. according to its online calendar. A fight broke out outside the club before the crash. Maria Medrano told the Associated Press. She was selling hot dogs alongside her husband, who narrowly escaped injury. What we know about the driver had been kicked out of the Vermont Hollywood for being disruptive prior to the incident. Los Angeles Police Department Captain Ben Fernandez told the LA Times. From review of the video, he went up to the sidewalk further down, and when he hit bystanders, it was an intentional act, Fernandez told the LA Times. First responders discovered Ramirez had been shot during a secondary medical assessment, said Captain Adam Van Gerpen, public information officer for the LA Fire Department. The suspect, who police the suspect, who police believe was intoxicated, was taken to the hospital for surgery. A law enforcement official briefed on the situation previously told CNN. Authorities have found no evidence to suggest the incident was connected to terrorism or motivated by criminal intentions beyond the driver's impaired state, a law enforcement official said. So, it looks like he just lost his shit, and it's not really connected to like any broader organization or anything like that. Uh, but so I wanted to talk about this story because not only is it just tragic and horrifying, my condolences to the victims. It doesn't seem like anybody died, thank God. I hope everybody is doing okay and that everybody that was injured makes a quick recovery. Um, but I wanted to talk about this because we have seen a huge increase in violence in the U.S., particularly political violence, which this doesn't seem to have been politically motivated. But the other part of it too is we're seeing just like a huge mental health crisis in the U.S., where we're seeing more and more violence, more and more, attacks and assassinations and mass shootings and shit, and people impersonating law enforcement because now the police, particularly the feds, are acting like the fucking mafia, and like fucking ISIS goons who are just not following the law, not not facing accountability, not being responsible at all, and just and now we're seeing just chaos everywhere, and we're seeing all of this shit become normalized and become just more and more intense. So yeah, this is truly tragic. And I want to say that I hope we don't see more of this stuff, and I don't. I really do hope we don't see more of this stuff. But at the same time, it's being realistic. With everything going on in the country, with the economy going to shit, with ICE terrorizing all of these communities, with prices going up because of inflation, because of particularly food prices, because of the lack of workers in agriculture, because of the ice rates. I mean, this is all just a recipe for disaster and instability, and we're seeing it uh, manifest itself in ways like this, where you have uh, just people go insane, and they they have breakdowns instead of acting normally. We have more and more violent outbursts and shit like that. So, yeah, it's truly horrifying shit, bro. It's wild. So,
Hey everyone, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can make this channel grow. This has been Revolution Television, where the revolution is televised. Peace.